car with a tank. And it turns out a family of like 10 people's living off the guy getting about one taxi ride a week. And they shoot the car up, run over it, laugh, and the family's sitting there crying. They go, "That's what you get when you loot." And then I play this stuff and say the troops shouldn't act like this. It should be decried, even if you're going to have these wars, and I'm called the traitor. Those of you that go along with this evil, you are the plague. You are the traitors against the human species. Don't you fools get it? If you can do that to some dirt farmers and goat farmers in the middle of nowhere, the globalists are going to do that to us here. And they do. They let the troops use DU that they know is a death sentence. And you know what? When the troops start dying of this stuff and their kids pop out totally deformed, the VA won't even help you. So remember, they don't care about the Iraqis. They don't care about you. And when you lose your human empathy, you lose your nerve endings. Being paralyzed, being numb is not something that's tough. I know they teach that that's really tough. McBreen's put together some still images here we'll roll of some of the humanity, and you know there has been military people, a lot of them, by the way. You know when the helicopters shoot up those families and those kids. You know it was the military on the ground got to see the splattered kids with their guts hanging out and actually took them to safety, and then got made fun of. I saw neocons say they were traitors, let the children bleed to death with their guts, hanging out of their bodies. Because, see, they're the type of people, they now have civilians driving the drones bombing people. You don't have to smell the blood, see the dead kids. You can just sit there and get medals and be a real man 10,000 miles away with your drone, blowing up little children. Also, some oil companies can have the oil, and some companies can have some no-bid contracts. It is truly evil. And so I don't want to hear any criticism of the Nazis, what they did. It was terrible. But they were told follow orders, and they were fighting enemies. I don't want to hear about the Soviets being bad. I don't want to hear any of it. From those of you out there, I hear you on talk radio that think it's really tough. I mean, I heard, we played that Limbaugh clip, Abu Ghraib raping children, is blowing off steam. Really sick. That's how psychos talk. How about Michael Reagan saying shove hand grenades in children's rectums? I mean, it's pedophilic anyways. I mean, this is the type of, again, the clips are so numerous. And again, I can't be your type of patriot. If patriotism is shoving hand grenades in children and killing them, I'm sorry, I'm a bad person then. If patriotism is hailing Al-Qaeda, being given control of Libya by our criminal government, I'm sorry, I don't work with Al-Qaeda. If that's bad, then I'm bad. I'm the bad man. We're going to go to break and come back with our special interview this evening. And, really, if all of this villainy is now good, we've got to embrace Hitler, Stalin, Mao, Jack the Ripper, Joseph Mengele, Pol Pot, Julius Caesar, Vlad the Impaler, Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy. And then fiction. People can't seem to be touched by real world tyrants and the parallels to what's happening, the black uniforms, the cameras, the NDAAs, putting on the books to arrest us, the TSA groping our children, clear prisoner training. Maybe you can connect, some of you out there who are new viewers, with fiction. So we're going to interview Cobra Commander, little cutesy tyrant on the other side. It's Infowars Nightly News. We are the cutting edge of true alternative media, supplanting the dinosaur corporate whore media that feeds at the altar of a bunch of dead children. We are the answer to tyranny. We are the answer to the 1984 society. We are 1776.
America is in trouble.
Washington is a disgrace.
Government has become too big. It's overtaxing, overspending. We need to change direction.
We really need change.
We can't afford to make the same mistakes we've made in the past.
Mitt Romney's reputation as a flip-flopper.
He went the other way when he got paid to go the other way.
There is need for economic stimulus.
It's about serial hypocrisy.
This election is about trust. There's been one true, consistent candidate, and that's Dr. Ron Paul.
Ron Paul has been so consistent from the very beginning.
He seems like a more honest candidate.
He tells the truth about what he believes, whether you like it or not.
He's never once voted for a tax increase, never once voted for an unbalanced budget.
Ron Paul's plan is bold, cut 5 departments. It's what we need.
When he says he's going to cut $1 trillion in the first year, I